Hello and good morning. I am having more turkey today, as one might expect. So if I get tired, that's because I just ate breakfast, which is of course turkey, because I gotta eat nothing but turkey, and that'll be my diet for the rest of my life. I'm pretty content on that. So today we're gonna be doing a stream. Lots of stuff. You can see the hours played by the games. Now, this isn't 100% accurate. I feel like there's something wrong or misconnected here or disconnected. Because I know I played Half-Life 2 like several times over. And so it's like the complete playthrough does not take 7 hours. Actually, well, that might be one complete playthrough, but I've done multiple. I just find it weird that the Steam hour things feels a little bit wonky. Eternal Crusade. I remember when I tricked Arch into playing that. That was hilarious. Hello, Wising. You're a new lad? You look like an ancient lad. You look like a lad from 1912. With the profile picture like that. How's the war on the Western Front? He's like, well, it's just staying still. Alright, so some of the things I like about this UI, by the way, and some of these things I absolutely despise. First thing I despise is like just all this. The only thing I like is like the news up here. Because look, Factorio has animated water. That's pretty nice. We might actually play a little bit of Battletech today, but I don't feel like playing too much Beetletech right now. I'm kind of like feeling kind of on Stompy Mechs. I know it's weird. You shouldn't feel weird about doing Stompy Mechs. I guess I could actually tell you about this. So earlier today, or well, technically yesterday, I was talking to Arch, and we were talking about universes. Universes in fiction, fantasy. Universes compared to other universes. And one thing that, if you ever look at YouTube and you see, like, Lord Vader versus a Primarch, it's like, well, they both operate under different rule sets. Lord Vader has the ability to use the Force. Primarchs have, other completely different deity-like powers. But if you were to have a Primarch in a Star Wars universe and negate his powers, he'd be fucking useless. Same goes for Lord Vader. You put him in the other universe, and all of a sudden he gets his ass kicked. You know? We'll play a little bit of Kingdom Under Fire because I do know this people wanted to see this a little more. You can see my little email there. You can feel free to contact me there. Though actually, no, don't do that, because if you do that, I'll never look. I never check the No Hope FRU emails ever. They just sort of sit there and just build up junk. Um, if you ever do need to get a hold of me, you can contact me via Discord direct message. And then just keep poking at me till I respond, because eventually I will. It just takes like a century and a half. What can I say? I'm busy. Making a game is hard. I'm gonna blame everything else but me for the problem. We're going to deflect here. By the way, if you are interested, now, I'm not super big on PGI or because of their whole business practices with Epic Game Store. In fact, I'm probably never going to buy MechWarrior 5. But I do know that quite a bit of my following actually is interested in stuff like that. So I will tell you, like, if you're ever interested in looking at some of the gameplay footage, Razorfist actually was able to get I think, beta key or something like that from somebody. You can check that out on his channel and look at some of the gameplay footage because, again, while I might personally protest PGI's business practices because I fucking loathe them, that does not necessarily mean that, you guys are condemned. If you guys are interested, you should look. There is no harm in that. Some things I did because I watched a bit of his stream. One thing that I did notice was the AI is dumber than a box of fucking rocks, but that might just be the scripts they're running. Everything just seems clustered, like dreadfully. Gameplay-wise, mechanically, the game's pretty... Okay, game, are you dead? Game's like, Bouse. Bouse, I'm dead. Normally it boots up by now, so we're just gonna Alt F4 that. Maybe the servers are down. We'll try one more time, then we'll play something else. We could play Wrath. I was actually thinking of doing that. I am pretty bad. Another great YouTuber by the name of Civi does FPS shooters. I really enjoy that man's content. In fact, he's actually got me back into that shooter craze. Kibs is always easily inspired by many things. Play The Sims, Kibbles, and make Arch and Sargoy. I barely know Sargon. Why does everyone think I know him? We played like 2 D&D sessions in Lurking Hunger season. Wait, no, that's the unaired season. And that's all I remember. I know V more, but again, I don't really know him. They're still strangers to me. I'm just some rando who keeps popping up and bumping into people that are famous, okay? Like, I'm not actually famous. I'm a nobody. Yeah, it worked that time. Leave my anime waifu alone. Oh, I moved chat. I'm looking over for chat like, where did chat go? Guys, I can't find you. He was your BFF on D&D. I don't think I've never actually played D&D. Kyle, isn't Sargon your gay husband? I think he's married already. You fucking idiot. What's this? Gold increased by 100%. Okay, I mean, I don't know what I did to deserve that game, but thank you, I guess. Ah, I do love the chibi art. It looks so derpy. Look at their dumb little faces. Oh. The Lurking Hunger prequel. Okay now, Kyle, that is how to start the game. But you're famous adjacent, which can be room for... What? Kibbles is his mistress. You guys have a weird obsession of turning me into a female all the time. Look, I'll remind you, okay? I put it up to a vote to have Aerith be made the mascot. It was pretty much unanimous that Aerith replaced poor little Celeste, because nobody who knows who the fuck that is, in terms of mascot. And so, now that Aerith's a mascot, everyone's like, you're by proxy Aerith. Like, Aerith is mascot. God damn it, you fucking weirdos. Like, that must be him. You must actually have cat ears and be 5'4". God, I can't imagine him being that tiny. I'm sorry, Sala. Sorry. He's just sitting there like, no. What can I say? Okay, so last time we left off, you can now enter PvP Battlefield. Hey, game. Thanks for telling me. It's like, press tab to go to the world map. It's like, you can't do that. You didn't do a tutorial. I'm like, fuck. Actually, where the fuck am I supposed to go? That's an excellent question. Look at this airship. One thing... God damn it. Now come back here. Well, shit. There we go. I'm kidding. I know if you do that. You press WASD, you can make your camera leave. Okay. Sometimes it snaps back. Other times it's like, nah. It's fine. The Field of Chasm. Or Chasm of Chaos. Chasm. It's not Chasm. I'm sorry. I mispronunciated that. Oh, boy. I'll have to keep an eye on you, Streamlabs. So YouTube has changed around quite a bit on how to stream. Number one, I couldn't figure out how to schedule a stream, so I decided to just start it because I couldn't find out what was wrong. And because YouTube changed their shit, right? Now Streamlabs OBS is like, you drop frames every 5 seconds, Bausch. It's like, great, that's lovely. There's more bugs and everything because I don't know what YouTube changed on their end. But streaming is now a pain in the ass. There's like several extra buttons I have to go through, and I have to tell people like, oh, by the way, you know, the stream is not made for little 12-year-olds. It's like, no fucking shit. Okay. That is 5 red little blips in a row. We'll figure this little bastard out in a sec. Okay, so, 1 second while I switch to the